Hey guys, welcome back to Building Your Own Cyber Lab at Home with Kyle Slozik. And in this lecture, we're going to talk about pre-built Amazon AMIs. So in the last section, we talked about VMware appliances, and I think that's really important because it makes it very easy to test software and build your own lab very quickly, very easily. Amazon AMIs are essentially the same thing as VMware appliances. It's just for Amazon's Elastic Compute Cloud. And we touched a little bit on this when we actually talked about building a lab in the cloud. So there are two types of pre-built Amazon AMIs. There are the free kind, so usually, and I say free meaning that there aren't any extra charges. You still have to pay for the compute power to Amazon. So things like Windows, things like SUSE Linux and CentOS and a couple of the other open source applications. So those are I'm going to call them the free AMIs. Then there are paid for AMIs. So there are a lot of applications out there that have really high licensing fees. And what you can do within the AMIs is you can open up a pre-built AMI from the manufacturer. You have to pay the base compute cost to Amazon, but then you add on a little bit of extra per hour that goes to the manufacturer. So instead of paying for a yearly license, you can pay for literally just what you use of that AMI. So really it can be cost effective for someone who doesn't necessarily have a huge budget to play with and learn software that they would not normally be able to use because of the high licensing fees. So with that, let's actually jump over into Amazon EC2 and I'll show you a couple of these applications.
Alright, so we're back here in the Amazon AM EC2 dashboard here, and what I want to do is I want to show you some of the Amazon AMIs that are out there for you to use. We'll go over to instances, and we'll launch an instance. You can see we remember this. We talked about the quick start stuff. There's Red Hat Enterprise, and for example, right, Red Hat Enterprise has a license term that you would have to pay yearly for. Here you just pay by the hour. Same with Microsoft Windows. You just pay by the hour. You don't pay for the license for the Windows Server 2012 or the SQL Server or anything like that. But let's go into AWS Marketplace. And just to kind of take a look at them, we're going to take a look at a few of the security products. And you can see there's some stuff, the Viata virtual routers, Sophos has some stuff, Cisco has some stuff out there. This one right here, Kali Linux, if you're into cybersecurity, penetration testing, hacking, you can spin up a Kali Linux image whenever you need it. Tenable has a Nessus setup. And the one I want to show you down here is this one right here, Barracuda Web Application Firewall. Now take a look at this real quick. You can see that it has pricing here. $1.03 to $1.75 per hour for the software plus the AWS usage fees. What that means is that normally if you're going to spin up a small micro VM, and maybe that costs 5 cents an hour, 5 cents an hour plus whatever the current cost of the software is, and I think that probably depends on how, the demand for that. So we could hit select, and you can see here exactly. So you can do an M1 medium, and the EC2 cost is 0.087 an hour. And then 1.38 for the software. So that equates to about $1.12 an hour to run this Barracuda Web Application Firewall. Now, to take a look at that, I also want to just show you here. This is Barracuda's website, and this is what it costs to purchase 1 year one year license. It's almost $4,000 to purchase a license for this web application firewall, which is great for an enterprise, but if you're just learning it at home, $4,000 is a little steep. Whereas if you just want a couple of hours to play around with it, $1.12 an hour for, you know, 10 hours is good, you know. So that is Amazon AMIs and the pre-built ones. I encourage you to kind of go around and take a look at a few more of them, and you know, play around with the different pre-built AMIs. So we'll see you in the next lecture.